Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Simple English Chat. I'm Mia.
And I'm Leo. It's great to be back with all of you, our wonderful listeners, or should I say, viewers, since we're only on YouTube.
That's right, Leo. We love having you join us here on YouTube to practice your English. And today, we have a very exciting topic. Leo has just come back from a big trip.
Yes, I have. It was an amazing experience, and I can't wait to share it with everyone.
So, Leo, where did you go on your holiday? Tell us all about it.
My recent holiday was to Pakistan. It's a country in South Asia, and it was my first time visiting.
Wow, Pakistan. That sounds very interesting. Many people might not think of Pakistan as a typical holiday spot. What made you choose Pakistan?
That's a good question, Mia. I chose Pakistan because I wanted to see something different. I wanted to experience a new culture, eat new food, and see beautiful places that are not as well known to many tourists. I also have a friend who lives there, and he invited me to visit him and his family.
That's a fantastic reason to travel. Having a local friend is always a big help, I think. So, you went to Pakistan. Which cities or areas did you visit?
I visited a few different places. I started in Lahore, which is a very old and historic city. Then, I traveled north to Islamabad, the capital city, which is quite modern. After that, I went even further north into the mountains, to a place called Hunza Valley.
Lahore, Islamabad, and Hunza Valley. Those sound like very different places. Let's start with Lahore. What did you see there? What was it like?
Lahore was incredible. It's a city full of history. I saw many old buildings, like the Badshahi Mosque. This mosque is very, very big and beautiful, with red stone and white marble. It's an amazing place to see. I also visited the Lahore Fort, which is another old building with many different parts, like palaces and gardens. It tells a long story about the past.
So, a lot of historical buildings. Did you visit any markets or other places where people live and work?
Oh yes, I walked through the old city, which has narrow streets and busy markets called bazaars. It was full of life. You could see people selling clothes, food, spices, and many other things. The air was full of different smells and sounds. It was a very lively experience. I also saw the Minar-e-Pakistan, a tall tower that is important for the country's history.
It sounds like Lahore was a busy and exciting place, full of history and local life. Then you went to Islamabad. How was Islamabad different from Lahore?
Islamabad was very different. Lahore felt very old and traditional. Islamabad is much newer, more modern, and very green. It's known for its beautiful parks and wide roads. It felt very calm and peaceful compared to the busy streets of Lahore.
So, a more relaxed atmosphere. What did you see in Islamabad?
In Islamabad, I visited the Faisal Mosque, which is another huge and very modern mosque. It looks very different from the Badshahi Mosque in Lahore. It has a unique design. I also spent time in the Margalla Hills, which are mountains right next to the city. I went for a hike there and saw some amazing views of the city below. It was very refreshing to be in nature.
That sounds lovely. A mix of city and nature. And then, you went even further north, to Hunza Valley. I've heard that's a very beautiful place. What was it like there?
Hunza Valley was probably my favorite part of the trip. It's in the northern mountains, and the scenery is just breathtaking. There are huge, snow-capped mountains, green valleys, and clear blue rivers. The air is very clean and fresh. It felt like a completely different world.
Breathtaking scenery. What did you do in Hunza Valley?
I did a lot of hiking. There are many trails to walk on. I visited two old forts there, Baltit Fort and Altit Fort. They are built on top of hills and offer amazing views of the valley. I also met some local people. They were very friendly and welcoming. Their way of life is very simple and close to nature.
That sounds truly special. So, you saw historical buildings, modern cities, and stunning natural beauty. What about the people you met? How were they?
The people were very kind and hospitable. Everywhere I went, people were welcoming. They often offered me tea or food. They were curious about where I was from and happy to share information about their country. Even when there was a language barrier, they tried their best to communicate and help. It made the trip even more special.
That's wonderful to hear. It's always great when you meet friendly locals. Now, let's talk about food. I know you love trying new foods. What did you eat in Pakistan?
Oh, the food. It was absolutely delicious. Pakistani food is rich in flavors and spices. I ate a lot of biryani, which is rice cooked with meat, usually chicken or lamb, and many spices. It's very tasty. I also had karahi, which is a dish cooked in a special pan with chicken or lamb, tomatoes, and ginger.
Biryani and karahi. Sounds very flavorful. Did you try any street food?
Yes, I did. I tried samosas, which are fried pastries filled with potatoes and peas. They make a great snack. I also had chapli kebab, which are flat, round meat patties. They were very juicy and full of flavor. For breakfast, I often had aloo paratha, which is flatbread stuffed with spiced potatoes, served with yogurt.
My mouth is watering just listening to you. Did you try any sweet things?
Of course, I had gulab jamun, which are sweet, fried milk balls soaked in syrup. They are very sweet and soft. I also tried kulfi, which is a traditional ice cream, often flavored with pistachios or cardamom. And, of course, I drank a lot of chai, which is tea with milk and sugar, often spiced. It's a big part of their culture.
That sounds like a culinary adventure. So, you saw amazing places, met wonderful people, and ate fantastic food. What would you say was your absolute favorite part of the entire trip?
That's a difficult question, Mia, because there were so many great moments. But if I have to choose one, it would be the time I spent in Hunza Valley. The mountains, the clean air, the peaceful atmosphere, and the kind people there truly touched my heart. It felt like a place where time slows down, and you can truly connect with nature. The views from the old forts were just unbelievable. It was a very calming and inspiring experience.
That's a beautiful description. It sounds like a place to find peace. Now, the big question, would you recommend Pakistan as a holiday destination to other people?
Absolutely, yes. I would highly recommend Pakistan as a holiday destination. It offers so much for travelers. You can see ancient history, modern cities, and some of the most beautiful mountains in the world. The food is incredible, and the people are genuinely warm and welcoming.
That's a strong recommendation, Leo. Are there any things people should know or prepare for if they decide to go?
Yes, a few things. It's a good idea to research the best time of year to visit, depending on where you want to go. The weather can be very different in the mountains compared to the cities. For example, the mountains are best in summer. Also, it helps to learn a few basic words in Urdu, like hello or thank you. And, as with any travel, it's good to be aware of local customs and dress respectfully, especially when visiting religious sites. But generally, I felt very safe and well cared for.
That's very helpful advice. It sounds like you had an enriching and memorable trip. You really explored different facets of the country.
I did, and I learned so much. It opened my eyes to a new culture and showed me how kind people can be. It was truly an adventure. I hope one day I can go back and explore even more.
That's the best kind of holiday, isn't it? One that leaves you wanting more. Thank you so much for sharing your experiences with us, Leo. It was really interesting to hear all about your Pakistan adventure.
My pleasure, Mia. I hope our viewers enjoyed hearing about it too.
I'm sure they did. And speaking of our viewers, for those of you who are learning English, we covered quite a few interesting words today. So, let's do a quick recap of some of the new words we talked about.
Good idea, Mia.
Okay, first, we talked about historic. Leo said Lahore is a very historic city, Historic means old and important in history, like an old building that tells a story from the past. Next, we had bazaar. Leo mentioned walking through busy bazaars in Lahore. A bazaar is a market, often an outdoor one, with many small shops selling different goods. Then, we heard about modern. Leo said Islamabad is a modern city. Modern means new or recent, not old-fashioned. We also used the word breathtaking. Leo said the scenery in Hunza Valley was breathtaking. Breathtaking means extremely beautiful or impressive, so much so that it takes your breath away. Another word was hospitable. Leo said the people were very hospitable. Hospitable means friendly and welcoming to guests or visitors. We talked about culinary. I said Leo's food experience was a culinary adventure. Culinary means relating to cooking or food. A culinary adventure is an exciting experience with food. And finally, recommend. I asked Leo if he would recommend Pakistan. To recommend means to suggest that someone should do something or use something because it is good. So, there you have it. A few words to add to your English vocabulary. We hope you enjoyed today's chat and learned something new.
Thank you for joining us on Simple English Chat. We love having you here.
Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss our next episode.
We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye for now.